Have you ever experienced that overwhelming sensation, despite your diligent attempts to meticulously plan and organize your day, that you are perpetually lagging behind? It can be utterly exhausting, can't it? In our modern society, we are often conditioned to believe that the key to productivity lies in the meticulous management of every single minute of our daily lives. But what if this widely accepted approach is fundamentally flawed? What if there is a more effective way to achieve success and fulfillment in our tasks? In his thought-provoking book, Mind Management, Not Time Management, author David Kadavy presents a refreshing and innovative perspective. True success does not stem from cramming more tasks into your already overflowing schedule. Rather, it is about collaborating with your mind instead of battling against it. This shift in mindset can lead to profound changes in how we approach our work and creativity. Kadavy himself never initially saw writing as his calling. However, when he was unexpectedly presented with an enticing book deal, he found himself compelled to figure out a way to make this opportunity a reality. He experimented with the conventional strategies that many of us are familiar with, setting aside specific blocks of time for writing and attempting to eliminate all distractions around him. Yet, despite his best efforts, nothing seemed to yield the results he hoped for. It was during this tumultuous period that he stumbled upon a surprising revelation. The essence of productivity lies not in the rigid control of time, but in the effective management of mental energy. Instead of adhering to a strict timetable, he began to align his tasks with the natural ebb and flow of his mental states. This transformative shift proved to be the catalyst for significant progress on his book. At the outset, writing was a formidable challenge for Kadavy. He often found himself staring blankly at a screen, hours slipping away without a single word being written. As the deadline for his manuscript loomed ever closer, the weight of the pressure intensified. He was required to submit 25% of the book to his publisher in just a matter of weeks, a task that felt increasingly daunting. The fear of disappointing his family and friends hung heavily on his shoulders. In a moment of desperation, he made the decision to attend a retreat in Costa Rica, hoping that a change of scenery would help him break through his creative block. Once he arrived at the retreat, however, Kadavy found himself regretting his choice. In his quest to clear his mind, he left his room and began to walk, seeking solace in the fresh air. It was during this stroll that he encountered Diego, a friendly stranger who greeted him in Spanish. Their brief yet invigorating conversation about life and the beauty of the beach re-energized Kadavy. Upon returning to his computer, he experienced a breakthrough. He wrote the first chapter of his book in a mere hour. This pivotal moment led Kadavy to a crucial understanding. The challenge was not about carving out time to write. It was fundamentally about achieving the right mental state. He recognized that traditional time management, as he had previously understood it, was ineffective. What truly held significance was mind management, prioritizing creative energy and gaining insights into how his mind functioned. Have you ever found yourself staring at an extensive to-do list, feeling utterly unmotivated? This is a common experience for many, but with the principles of mind management, you can learn to navigate and transcend those mental blocks. Instead of asking yourself, "What can I accomplish right now?" a question that often leads to procrastination, consider reframing your inquiry to, "What task do I feel inspired to tackle at this moment?" Aligning your mental energy with your tasks is fundamental to working efficiently and conserving your valuable resources. The creative sweet spot. Creativity is not an innate trait that everyone possesses. Rather, it is a process that unfolds over time. Whether you are crafting a compelling story, composing a heartfelt song, or painting a masterpiece, your mental state plays a pivotal role in the creative process. Kadavy delves into the concepts of divergent thinking and convergent thinking, which are essential tools for entering into a creative flow. Divergent thinking encompasses a phase where your thoughts are free to roam, exploring a multitude of ideas simultaneously. As you begin to connect those disparate ideas, you transition into convergent thinking. For instance, when writing, you might initially contemplate your intended message. Do you want to adopt a formal tone or a more conversational style? Should you take credit for your work or choose to remain anonymous? This exploration embodies divergent thinking. Convergent thinking emerges when you select one of those options to pursue. Identifying your creative sweet spot, the specific time and environment in which your creativity flourishes, is of utmost importance. Creativity is not dictated by strict rules. Rather, it emerges from insights often referred to as aha moments. Neuroscientific research suggests that such moments of insight occur when you suddenly gain a fresh perspective on a situation. Discovering your creative sweet spot involves recognizing the times when your energy and focus are at their peak, allowing you to produce your best work. It's essential to be aware that your energy levels fluctuate throughout the day. Certain tasks can deplete your energy reserves, making it crucial to identify when you are most productive. Many individuals find that their most fruitful hours occur in the morning. For example, top violinists frequently dedicate the first few hours of their day to practicing with complete concentration. To optimize your creative sweet spot, Kadavy advocates for the first hour rule. This principle encourages you to devote the first hour of your day to your highest priority project. By concentrating on what truly matters in the early morning, you increase the likelihood of completing it more efficiently and effectively, thereby reducing the tendency to procrastinate. The 4 stages of creativity. It's important to note that even when you're not actively engaged in a project, your mind continues to process it. Creativity is not confined to the moments you spend at your desk. It is a continuous process. Social psychologist Graham Wallace identified 4 distinct stages of creativity that encompass the entire creative journey. 1. Preparation. This initial stage involves brainstorming and gathering information relevant to your project. Kadavy often dedicates time to absorbing ideas from various sources, such as books and articles, before he begins writing. 2. Incubation. During this stage, you step away from actively working on your project. Taking breaks is crucial. Forcing yourself to complete a task can lead to frustration and burnout. 3. Illumination. This is the exhilarating moment of sudden insight, the eureka moment that can strike unexpectedly. However, without proper preparation, you may miss the opportunity to reach this illuminating stage. 4. Verification. In this final stage, you critically evaluate the ideas generated during the illumination phase. This involves ensuring that your concepts are sound and refining them as necessary to enhance their effectiveness. Each of these stages is vital for creativity to flourish. Skipping any one of them can impede the overall quality of the final product. The 7 mental states of creative work. While Kadavy does not adhere to a rigid routine, he has identified specific tasks and environments that help him cultivate the right mindset for writing. He often finds inspiration in places that promote clarity, such as the 95th floor of the John Hancock Center or his favorite local coffee shop. Your mental state can fluctuate between 7 key states, each contributing to your creative process. 1. Prioritized mental state. Focused on planning and determining what needs to be accomplished. 2. Explore mental state. Allowing your curiosity to wander freely without rigid expectations. 3. Research mental state. Actively seeking specific answers to particular questions. 4. Generate mental state. engaging in the process of actively creating and putting your ideas into action. 5. Polish mental state, refining and editing your work to perfect it. 6. Administrative mental state, balancing your creative endeavors with other responsibilities. 7. Recharge mental state, taking necessary breaks to refresh your mind and restore your energy. By recognizing and understanding these mental states, you can optimize your creative process, remain productive, and avoid the pitfalls of burnout. Creative cycles. Kadavy's routine is anything but conventional. He often dedicates the hours from midnight to 4 a.m. to writing, then sleeps until noon. In the afternoons, he frequents a coffee shop where he continues his work until closing time. This unique pattern, which he refers to as a creative cycle, enables him to strike a balance between work and rest. The creative cycle encompasses the same 4 stages of creativity: preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification. Importantly, this cycle is not confined to specific hours. It can extend over days, weeks, or even seasons. For instance, Beth prefers to engage in her songwriting preparation during the night. The tranquility of the evening allows her to gather her thoughts, and she often experiences moments of illumination during the morning hours. By understanding your own creative cycles, you can tap into your full potential without risking burnout. Creative systems. Kadavy once faced a significant challenge while preparing to interview Dr. Rock for his podcast. The disruptive noise of construction in his environment threatened to derail his recording efforts, and he found himself unfamiliar with his new neighborhood. Faced with the prospect of canceling the interview, he activated his creative system, a process that enabled him to devise solutions for each obstacle. A creative system is a repeatable process that guides you through your creative work while conserving your mental energy. At its core lies the concept of the minimum creative dose, the smallest action you can take to ensure your work continues to progress. For writers, this might simply mean committing to write just 1 paragraph. Open loops are another essential component of a creative system. These are tasks or ideas that linger in your mind until they are completed. While they may initially seem distracting, open loops can actually keep your projects alive in your thoughts, allowing you to make gradual progress. In summary, you have gained insights into how to effectively manage your mind for enhanced productivity and creativity. Mind management involves establishing the right mental state for your tasks. Discovering your creative sweet spot is a critical aspect of this journey, as is recognizing the 4 stages of creativity and the 7 mental states of creative work. In our fast-paced world, many individuals find themselves obsessed with the notion of doing more in increasingly less time. However, there is a profound joy to be found in taking a step back, slowing down, and truly savoring the creative process. It's essential to remember that there's no need to rush. Good things often come to those who are patient. Embrace the journey and allow your creativity to unfold at its own natural pace.